Good morning. So I'm getting ready right now to grab some coffee with my friend and then go pick up my pottery because it's finally ready. I'm super excited to show you all like how the hand building pottery pieces that I made turned out. I feel like it probably turned out better than the wheel throwing one. Those actually turned out a little bit janky, but it's still in my bathroom. I'm using it as like a toothbrush holder and a floss holder. They're a little bit small to like use anywhere else besides maybe like holding jewelry. I do want to get some like hand soap for my bathroom and kitchen area. The hand soap is running out and I've been wanting to get the Aesop hand soaps for a while. I was just waiting for my old hand soap to run out, but it finally did. Oh, and fit check. I'm wearing this vest that I got and some cool pants. I like love having clothes for years and years. This is actually from Zara, but it's like a linen texture and it feels like very sturdy and good quality. I always feel proud of like keeping clothing items for years and years and wearing it over and over again, and also like keeping it in like good condition. Okay, so yeah, let's head out. I finally picked up my pottery pieces and they actually turned out so well. I think for my first time, it's like decent. It was like the vibe that I was going for. I have like a lot of handprints in the cup, which is really cute, and I was going for like a really like thin like top. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well, but I definitely can't use this as like a coffee cup because I like more water within my coffee. And then the dish that I made is actually pretty small. I definitely could have gone a lot like larger in width, but I can probably put like snacks on it or fruit. I brought out some watermelon so I can like eat it on this plate. But it turned out pretty well. Like I wanted the like fingerprints on the plate and then this like lifted edge look. You know how some like fancy plates have that like lifted edge? Yeah. Yay! I'm so excited to eat on this. Oh my god, I was like bringing my watermelon here and Kongi almost like took one off of this plate. They're like obsessed with watermelon. But yeah, I gave them a piece of watermelon last time, and then every time I get like some type of fruit, I usually give them a little piece of it. But now the problem is every time I eat fruit, they're like expecting me to give them fruit, and I feel bad when I don't. But I'm trying to like not make a habit of that. My dogs actually love like oranges and blueberries. But oranges is really interesting because I thought like citrusy stuff like repelled dogs for some reason. Because they also have those like sprays that are supposed to prevent your dog from like chewing stuff, and they smell like straight up orange. And I feel like that spray probably would never work on my dogs because they love oranges. But yeah, I think fruits are like basically their like top treat. This book is so good. I got this a while ago, but I still haven't finished it. I think I got it maybe, I want to say a year ago. But look at how many like passages I have bookmarked. I highlighted it, like tagged pages that I feel are like pretty useful. This book is so good because after every passage, like you kind of like it makes you think about your life. And I feel like there are a lot of things that are like relevant to the creative process. So if you're a creative person, I highly recommend this. And sometimes like I'll use this book and I'll like close my eyes and like flip to a random page and see if that passage like resonates to what I'm going through. And sometimes it actually does. So yeah, it's kind of nice. And like even when I'm reading now, I'm on this page and this is actually really relevant because I've been feeling a bit like creatively stuck for the past week. I don't know, something just feels stuck. Like I feel stagnant, and whenever like this happens, I think I would just kind of spiral and I end up not working towards whatever goal I have. But this passage says, if lightning doesn't strike, our work need not be delayed. Some storm chasers believe that inspiration precedes creation. This is not always the case. Working without lightning bolts is simply working. Blah, 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 blah. Artists are ultimately craftspeople. Sometimes our ideas come through bolts of lightning, other times only through effort, experiment, and craft. And I can really relate to the latter because I think there are definitely times where I'm like, oh, like I need to do this, I need to say this, or like I want to make the video or like my art look a certain way. But most of the time, I feel like inspiration comes when I'm actually just working and doing the thing and being a part of the process, regardless of whether I feel inspired or not. I think in the past, I would feel like, oh, I I need to be happy or I need to be inspired or I can't be like sad while I do this project because I just don't feel good. And I realized that regardless of how I feel, like, yes, it can influence the outcome, but in the end, like, it's not going to determine whether that project fails or not. What matters is that you just show up and do the thing. And this book, I think this book kind of taught me that. Good afternoon. I'm headed out now to meet my friend for brunch. We decided to go to this place called Serenico, and it looks like it has very like sunny, peaceful, cute vibe. I feel like the vibe of the restaurant is so important. I feel like that's like the first thing I look at when I'm like hanging out with friends, and then food comes. Well, I mean, food comes first, but it's like I feel like it's like equally important. And then I was thinking about stopping by a coffee shop that's nearby so that I can finish reading my book. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I've been trying to read a book called East of Eden. I started it like a couple months ago, and I am like at the finish line of finishing this book. It is a humongous book. But it took me months to actually like reach that point because sometimes I just feel like I don't have the attention span to like read a book all the way through. But yeah, that's my goal. And then today I'm wearing this like cute top that I got from Sandro. I love this like detail, this like I don't know what you call that, shoelace detail. Lately, I've been trying to find more like camis and tank tops that I can just wear out because it's been so hot. And I had like no like sleeveless shirts besides like very, very casual ones. So I've been looking for more like interesting, like unique pieces that I can add to the closet. I feel like this is pretty good, a pretty good addition.